Mornings can be overwhelming, especially as we get into this fall season. I feel like fall is such a busy time, and then we head into the holidays and we're not really taking things off our plate, we're adding more things on. So if your mornings are feeling chaotic and overwhelming, you need to get a morning routine in, something that works for you and your family. So as a homeschool mom, I'm going to share with you what we do in our family that has helped us so much. And these are things that we did not do last year that we have changed this year, and it makes our day go so much smoother. If you have followed me for a while, you know that I am a morning person. I love to get up before everyone else. In fact, I'm now getting up about 30 minutes before Jim even gets up, because I want that time by myself. I want that time to be still with God. I want to pray. I want to do my devotions, and then I'm ready to work out. I'll eat a little bit of yogurt. I'll empty the dishwasher, all those things before the kids come down. And I have increased my workout, so I am spending about an hour in the morning working out, maybe a little bit more. Part of why I also I get up a little bit earlier. But then Jim and I will spend some time together in the morning. Our kids get up at different times. So that's one thing I'm going to say. If you homeschool and you have a kid that's not a morning person, maybe you change the routine a little bit, because that has really helped us a lot with our youngest. She gets up before anyone else, but she actually gets ready for the dress for the day. She makes her bed. She spends about 10-15 minutes in her room before she comes downstairs and eats breakfast. And that has helped her be a little bit happier in the morning and ready to tackle the day. When she would come down and eat first, she was a little bit grouchy and it would take her forever to eat, I'm serious, like an hour for breakfast. But now that we switched her routine around, she's coming down, she's eating breakfast, she's ready to start her day. All of our kids have to put their dishes in the dishwasher after they're done breakfast, and they all have to make their bed. The reason why they do this is because we're teaching them to clean up after themselves, putting their dishes in the dishwasher. Most of the time, the last kid that's done eating will be the one to wipe the island where they eat breakfast. Making their bed is the way to have bring calm into their room the rest of the day. I don't know about you, but I love having a bed made, because when I walk into my room, I'm not feeling overwhelmed. My room's clean, it's picked up. So we're teaching our kids the same thing. So those are the two things that they get to do before they even start school. And then when they are done that, they go into our homeschool room and they do their affirmations. And I want them to really think about who they're going to be for the day, whether they're going to be brave, whether they're going to be a hardworking person, whether they're going to be focused, whether they're going to be strong or kind. Something that they want to be for that day is why we have them write their affirmations. So if they start to go off track, we can say, hey, let's go back to your affirmations and see what you said. We also want them to write one thing they're thankful for. And this is because we're teaching them to have gratitude. So maybe they're thankful for the beautiful weather. Maybe they're thankful for God today. Maybe they're thankful for their brother or sister. Maybe they're thankful for mom and dad. I don't know, but it's important to teach them gratitude. So once they're done their affirmations and their one thing that they're thankful for, they get about 15 to 20 minutes to go do something that they want to do, whether it's go ride their skateboard outside or go ride their scooter, or my oldest loves to go practice the piano at that time. It just kind of gets the juices flowing for them. But also for our younger ones that have ADHD, this is a great way for them to burn some of that morning energy before they're ready to start school. Once they've had about 15-20 minutes of doing something, they'll come back inside and we will start school. It's not about being super structured with the time. It's about giving them a little bit of time to do something that they want to do. And you know what? Some days, if it's raining, maybe they'll color, or maybe they'll just do animal crawls on the floor. Or maybe they'll go to our gym and JJ likes to hit his punching bag, or maybe my youngest is going to work on some dance moves. I want them to have that time to be able just to release some energy. And during that time that they're either coloring or they're riding their scooter, it gives me time to just make sure I'm ready for the day. If I have any last minute things to do, with homeschool, going through their lesson, cutting something out, or maybe I'm looking at my to-do list and I'm trying to get something done that I need to get done. It gives me a little bit of time. I also take that time to do a quick kitchen reset. I make sure just the kitchen is cleaned up, our living room is cleaned up, just that there's nothing out of place that should be put away. And Really, that only takes about 5 minutes. So that's my routine along with the kids' routine. My husband gets ready for work after he works out and he drives to work. He has about a 40-minute drive, so he's not home for a lot of this morning routine, but it gives us the opportunity to make sure that our kids have a morning routine, and we have noticed that they thrive better with a morning routine. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed in the morning, look at ways you can implement certain things to help your mornings go a little bit smoother, whether you homeschool or your kids go to school. So that's what I'm going to suggest. Just look at it. And maybe it's you start with everyone making their bed. Maybe it's you start with making sure that the kids clean up after themselves. And if you're homeschooled, maybe it's just a little bit of free time before you actually start the school day, because it gives them time to release some energy. Everyone's kids are different, and Mom, you're different than me. It's important to find what works for you. And if you're interested in creating routines that work for you and your family, check out the link in the description below and see how we can work together. I would love to help you simplify your life and create routines and rhythms that work for you and your family.